All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We've all had someone tell us to just look on the bright side, right? And usually it kind of just feels like motivational fluff. But what if I told you that doing so actually changes the physical architecture inside your skull? Today, we are taking a really fascinating journey into the biology of belief. We're pulling directly from some incredible source material that breaks down exactly how your mindset is quite literally sculpting your brain.
So, can a single thought change the physical structure of your brain? We are going to totally bust the myth today that positivity is just this fleeting abstract feeling by looking at the hard, undeniable science. We're asking whether a thought, something invisible and seemingly weightless, can physically reshape your head over time. Well, the short answer? Absolutely. The long answer is a truly thrilling look into human biology and habit formation.
Section 1. The Power of Thoughts. Moving beyond the woo-woo to scientific proof.
Now, I am not here to give you anecdotal guesses. I'm here to hit you with the actual scientific proof that your mindset alters your physical brain structure. It is so easy to dismiss positive thinking as this woo-woo, kumbaya concept. You know the drill. A motivational speaker yelling at you to just believe in yourself. But what the data actually reveals is that positive thinking isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It is literally a structural engineering project for your neural pathways.
Section 2. The neuroplasticity mechanism. How your brain adapts to your thoughts.
So, the core rule of brain remodeling is super simple. Neurons that fire together wire together. Whenever you think a thought, neurons, which are the cells transmitting information in your nervous system, fire an electrical signal to one another across these little connections called synapses. And the absolute magic here is that the more these specific neurons fire together, the stronger their physical connection gets. It's exactly like walking through a really dense forest. The more you walk that exact same path, the clearer and more established the trail becomes.
The really crucial point here is understanding neuroplasticity, which proves your brain isn't static but is continuously reshaping itself based on your repeated patterns. It used to be thought that your brain was basically set in stone by adulthood, but the science completely says otherwise. For example, if you practice playing the piano every single day, the parts of your brain responsible for processing music will physically become more developed. And the exact same rule applies to your daily thoughts.
Think about the playlist that's constantly running in your head. Consistently negative thoughts deeply ingrain fear pathways, making them so much easier to access. Consider this highly relatable example, dealing with a natural inclination toward melancholy and just expecting the worst. It's kind of like shooting a basketball and thinking, man, I hope I don't miss, instead of, I hope I make it. When you constantly think those negative thoughts, you make those negative pathways incredibly efficient. But the amazing news is, we can consciously build positive loops instead, which results in significantly stronger emotional regulation.
Section 3. The Scientific Evidence. Rapid-fire clinical proof.
Okay, let's look at the massive clinical proof showing exactly how specific positive actions trigger profound physical brain reactions. The Journal of Psychiatric Research actually found that positive affirmations directly improved emotional regulation. Then, the Journal of Social Cognitive Affective Neuroscience found that focusing on positive mental imagery increased attention control. And finally, the Journal of Psychoneuroendocrinology proved that simply writing down positive experiences actually lowered the stress hormone cortisol in the bloodstream. I mean, this is measurable biological change happening right inside of us.
And get this, 4 weeks. That is all it takes to see results. Studies show it literally only takes 4 weeks of practicing positive affirmations to significantly alter brain activity in the areas associated with self-related processing and emotional regulation. In just 1 month, participants were reporting feeling way less anxious and significantly more self-confident.
And what about 6 months? While the effects are remarkably durable, participants actually maintain these positive brain changes a full 6 months after their initial positive imagery training ended. It totally proves that the physical wiring of your brain, once established, has incredible long-lasting staying power.
Now this is where the structural changes become highly visible. Neuroimaging proves that positive thinking literally turns down the volume in your amygdala, which is that primitive part of your brain where fear and negative emotions live. At the exact same time, there is a massive spike in activity for the prefrontal cortex. Positive thinking cranks up the activity and even the gray matter density, in that advanced area responsible for executive functioning, decision-making, planning, and impulse control. You are physically upgrading your brain's hardware. It's wild.
On top of all that structural stuff, positivity physically floods your body with happiness chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, while simultaneously dropping those nasty stress hormones. It increases activity in your striatum, helping with reward processing and reinforcing learning. And the physical health outcomes? Stunning. We're talking reduced bodily inflammation, improved cardiovascular health, and optimized working memory and problem-solving skills. It is an all-around biological optimization.
But hey, let's be responsible and totally clear for a second. While this is incredibly powerful for most of us, it is not a standalone magic cure-all for clinical mental illnesses. For someone navigating clinical depression, severe anxiety, or bipolar disorder, positive thinking alone likely won't be enough. It absolutely should be paired with professional therapy, coaching, or medical intervention. It's a fantastic foundational tool, but we do have to respect the reality of clinical conditions.
Section 4. Your Daily Rewiring Playbook. Actionable steps to change your brain.
So here is your actionable daily rewiring playbook. It starts with consciously setting your internal GPS the exact moment you wake up. Just like programming a destination into your car, decide right after you brush your teeth how you want to feel and act that day. Follow that up by actively practicing gratitude, using deliberate affirmations, carefully curating the media and people around you, and practicing mindfulness.
Let's break those down into some daily habits, because honestly, you have to control your own brainwashing. Try writing affirmations on sticky notes and slapping them on your mirror or your computer monitor. Make gratitude a non-negotiable part of drinking your morning coffee. Look at the media you consume. Maybe swap out those intense true crime murder mysteries on Netflix for a comedy. Everything entering your brain is shaping it, for sure, so be intentional. Avoid profoundly negative influences, and use breathwork to pull yourself out of your anxious head and back into your present physical body.
Section 5. The long game. Repetition makes it reality.
Now, just as going to the gym once won't magically get you a six-pack, thinking positively just one time won't instantly rewire your entire brain. It takes consistent, repetitive reps to break old habits. If you've spent years wiring your brain for negativity, it's going to take consistent, daily effort to lay down new, stronger, positive neuropathways.
The absolute key takeaway here is a concept called cognitive reframing. This means intentionally finding the good in negative situations to purposefully dismantle those old toxic loops. It's not about being delusional, ignoring bad things, or pretending everything is perfect when things are falling apart. It's about consciously choosing to switch your perspective to find whatever good exists. By doing that, you're literally starving the negative neural pathways of electricity and feeding the positive ones instead.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If your brain literally adapts to your thoughts, changing its very structure based on what you feed it, what kind of workout are you giving it today? Every single thought is a repetition. Make those reps count and start building a brain that works for you, not against you. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope you walk away empowered to start your own rewiring process today.